Phew, this boss rush challenge is pretty tough. But at least when we're battling, we know we're not in any real danger. That just gave me an idea, hero. Since we know we're safe here, this might be a good chance for Basil to practice battling. That makes perfect sense. What do you think about that, Basil? Huh? Me? Well, to be honest, I'm kind of nervous. But I think I'll be okay, especially with all of you. Hey, wait a sec. If we all go with him, it'll be way too easy. That's true. In that case, maybe just one of us should go. Would you up for it, Omori? Absolutely. Sure, I'd be okay with that. Oh, I have an idea. What did you ask Boss to do, Kel? Nothing. It's a secret. Ooh, what is it, Kel? I want to know. Okay, but don't tell Aubrey. Hey. Oh. That is very interesting. Now I have an idea too. This isn't fair, Kel. You can't keep us in the dark like this. Yeah, I want to know too. Don't worry, it's way more fun this way. For you, maybe. Yep, and if everything goes as planned, we'll be able to watch it from the monitor. Hope you're ready, Omori and Basil. Though I'm sure you'll both be fine. Now go kick some butt. Thanks, everyone. We'll try our best. Let's do this, Omori. Hello everybody, Booker Player 1 here, and welcome back to more of my Let's Play of Omori. It's more of the console exclusive content. Firstly, we have tag photos with Basil, now that he's in the party. Sadly, this is the only place you can play with Basil is this boss rush that is exclusive to the console version, known as Basil Rush. If you try to leave or whatever, you know, the party just goes back to normal. We need to restock up on our items. So when Basil joins you, his level will be the same as Omori's, and I've gone ahead and got Omori maxed all the way out, since I find the boss rush with just 2 characters to be a little difficult, although Basil is a very powerful character. His abilities and follow-ups and the way that our release energy works now more than makes up for the fact that we were down 2 party members. He has his garden shears, his only weapon, and you can give him a charm. If you give him one of the plant-related charms, the flower crown, or any of the gear you get out of his house, he gets a different special. So you give him the flower crown, the tulip hair stick, the hairband, the either the 2 hair clips, the cactus or rose, any of those, he gets different moves. I'm gonna suggest the rose hair clip. I think it is his best item for him just because of the move it gives him. If you're better at the game than I am, which is entirely possible, you might pick something else. But I choose Rose Hair Clip. We'll go ahead and top everyone off since we lost hit points from changing our stats. Remember to get some snacks and toys in the mailbox. Better be safe than sorry. You got this, Basil. Show them your skills. What about Kill and Omori have planned? I don't like secrets. Yes, a table. Why are you giving me that strange face, Omori? Just go have fun. Well. I didn't talk to boss. The portal's not open. Whoops. So you're interested in taking on the boss rush challenge? Whoa, Basil, you want to take on the boss rush challenge too? Take care of him, Omori. We will. We gotta take care of our little bagel boy. Let me just get this teleporter set up. Derpa derpa derpa. Take a moment to go over some of the stuff Basil can do. So we look at his skills. He has Cheer, which just heals everyone's juice and increases stats depending on different emotions. Herbal Remedy is just a big honk and heal and increases energy. Photograph is it's kind of like Hero's like charm moves where like it draws attention but it also lowers hit rate. And then his last skill changes depending on what gear he has. If he has nothing, he gets Boss's Body Slam, which does more damage based on how much energy you have. Which we'll go ahead and show that off. Get ready to watch me beat up on Yield Sprout since he is the first enemy in the boss rush, while I show off some of Basil's different moves here. Yeah, it's really all it does. I really don't suggest taking Body Slam. Not that I'm an expert at this version of Boss Rush, because I'm certainly not. I've only done it a few times. But in my experience, Body Slam is not my favorite. Like, it'll do more damage because we're stacking more energy, but... like, we already have Omori for doing big damage. I think Basil is better served as a kind of like a jack of all trades. Mostly focused on healing and support, but can also help dole out damage when the time comes. Let's see what we do if we have full energy. Not the release energy, but just the Body Slam. Like, decent damage, but... yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to run. Again, not my favorite. Okay, this time let's look at if we give him a different, not different, but like one of the flower items. Let's give him the Flower Crown. So the Flower Crown gives him the Flower Crown move, which is essentially red hands, but Basil flavored. So Basil flavored red hands. It doesn't do as much damage as Omori's does, unfortunately. And because of that, I can't really recommend it, although there is a neat thing at the very end of Basil Rush that having it is kind of neat for. But it's more of a, oh, that's neat, versus it being useful. But yeah, if we do Flower Crown, it's literally just red hands, but with vines. So Omori did a whole bunch of damage compared to Basil's. Not nearly as much. So like, it was another way to stack damage, but not my favorite. Let's take a look at another one. There's a couple of misclicks there, you'll have to excuse me. Let's do the cactus. Well, which one do I want to show next? Yeah, we'll do Tulip. So the Tulip is, it deals damage to everybody on the enemy side, but it's based off of Omori stats. Specifically, it's Omori's attack, defense, speed, and then it factors in his luck, and then minus the foe's defense, I guess, technically. It is a screen nuke, so like that's kind of useful, but again, we have Omori for that. Since Omori has all of his fear abilities at this point, which are all multi-hitting. But we'll show off the old Tulip. Which, the fact that it hits all foes would be good if we were like out in the world and exploring with Basil, but there's only a couple of fights where we have multiple opponents where Tulip would be like that useful. We'll Snow Cone Omori and see if that makes Tulip any stronger. Yeah, it makes it quite a bit stronger, so you could do that too. You could use Snow Cones and stuff on Omori to make Tulip better, but still not my favorite. It's okay though. Next, let's take a look at... Oh, this stuff's always at the bottom. Got the Gladiolus, which is, of course, Aubrey's item. So the Gladiolus, it'll do big damage, and it ignores defense, and always hits right in the heart, which it's just 4 attacks. Just 4 attacks that always hit. Which damage-wise could, I guess, potentially make it better than Flower Crown. But really it's about the same if you remember the Flower Crown damage. Flower Crown might have been a little more. They're comparable. Now I believe we can take a look at Cactus. So if we use Cactus, it deals damage based on defense and heart instead of our attack stat. That's about it. You could, I guess, use like in battle defense buffing stuff to like try to do more damage. I think Cactus is probably my least favorite of the different flower attacks you can give Basil. I do love that idea though, the concept of him having the different moves based on what item he has. Like that's really neat. Yeah, just comparable to other stuff. I really do feel like Rose is the best one, because the other ones are just all different variations of like, do a few hundred damage to an enemy. If you're gonna take any of them that aren't Rose, like maybe Tulip, just because it hits everybody, which is useful for a couple of fights, but I think Rose is really where it's at, to be honest. We'll see if it does maybe a little more damage if we are sad. Not really. Alright, time for the real deal. Which, if your eyes don't function, you don't know how numbers work. You can tell this is going to be a long one. If you want to see the console exclusive boss rush stuff, like, feel free to skip to the end, I suppose, but we can show off some of the different stuff we can do with Basil here. So Yield Sprout, we don't really need to go over strategy for Yield Sprout. He's still a pushover. We'll lower his stats, do some big damage. We'll look at Basil's follow-up moves. He has Comfort, Mull, and Vent, and each one has a different effect and will give us a different emotion. If you Comfort, everyone recovers, and Basil and Omori both become happy. Smack him with the red hands. I believe in us. We'll go ahead and cheer. Because we're happy our speed rises. Again, it's Yield Sprout. There's not really a lot we can do here other than just showcase some of the stuff we get with Basil. And I mentioned it earlier, you do have a release energy. It's just a two-man party here. It is different from the one we have with our friends. This guy, this window. This is kind of dangerous with only 2 people. Like, you need to make sure you're topped off if you can't kill it before it crashes and burns. Definitely make sure you're at max health. We still have the square, square, square from Black Space. Which I believe just recovers like a small amount of heart if you use it. Go ahead and comfort. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, see, if you're not topped off almost all the way, like, it's just gonna kill you, and you need to make sure to top off as soon as that happens. We'll have Basil toss out a chicken. Our Rose is so good. So we'll do Rose, which X first. Kills everybody, and it debuffs the enemy. It's so good. Okay, so we're topped off. We can smack him again. Ooh, we might kill it before it gets to crash again. That'd be great because we're full health. Yes. Which, until the very end, the boss rush order is exactly the same. It's the same fights. We're just doing it with 2 people, Omori and Basil, instead of our normal party. Captain Space Boy here is still pretty easy. He has the one move, the firing wildly, which is kind of annoying. At some point, we'll probably comfort to get emotional advantage over him once he becomes angry, but we're clocking so much damage on him. Now, granted, we're level 50. If you wanted to come here like when you're a much lower level, it definitely increases the challenge between, you know, being challenging and possibly impossible. Depending on like what level you are when you get here. Like, I would not recommend coming here as soon as possible. Like, don't come here when you're like level 30 or something. You're just not gonna have a good time. Plus, I figured it would add a little more to the completeness of this Let's Play if I maxed everybody out for this last thing that we're doing combat-wise. Yeah, we're going to make ourselves happy, like I said. Clock some more damage. Ooh, big damage. That might push him directly into being furious. It does. He did so much damage. Just get some more damage on Basil. Yeah, firing wildly. We have the advantage emotionally, so it's not going to do a whole lot. Pretty sure we just win this turn. Oh, well, no, okay. He got Basil pretty good. Which, Omori does still have his plot armor with Basil. But obviously, if Basil falls the same turn our plot armor activates, we're in big trouble. So we don't have anyone to help heal us. Like, you're just kind of playing catch-up at that point. But yeah, Space Boyfriend, not a problem. King Crawler, also not much of a problem. I do recommend using Cripple beginning a lot of these fights just to go ahead and get the speed advantage. Omori's already pretty fast. And the fact that we're both level 50, like we both have relatively good stats, but it always helps to go first. Let's get rid of that Sprout Mole. I'm just gonna Rose again. Rose is really good. So the debuff that Rose applies specifically is reduces attack. Since it does not say on screen what it's reducing. It doesn't say like if it's speed or whatever. It is specifically attack that it is debuffing, which I feel is pretty good. Heal up the party and make them hit you not as hard. Another fight where Happy beats Angry as we killed his snack. Yeah, so between the debuff from Rose and all the debuffs we can apply using Omori's fear moves, there's not really a lot of these bosses that are going to be that tough. Like I said, Basil having all these, just all this extra stuff he gets to do with like his follow-ups, and Rose being so good, you would think having two people would be more challenging, but it's really not. Not to mention the fact, you know, Basil's default moves are like a move that restores juice and a move that restores health. A wild sprout Mo has. Ooh, we don't have any juice. Can we kill it? Even if we can't, I don't think it's going to be a huge issue. We'll attack again just to have a chance, maybe. I would like it to die. Okay, cool, we got it. Also, another instance of whatever items you're holding on to, if you have like snow cones or anything special like that, just this is the time to use them. This is literally the last combat thing that we're probably going to be doing. Spoilers. So there's not really much else to do after this. Ooh, big damage. Big damage. I don't know what that means. We don't need to waste the juice. I think we can just normal him out. Yeah, I didn't even need to follow up. Goodbye, King Crawler. The next should be, yeah, Maximus. This is one of the fights that could be a little dicey just because they do get 3 turns because there are 3 enemies. Depending on how banged up you are from the King Crawler fight, we'll Rose immediately. And then at some point probably make ourselves angry since these guys like to become sad. And then we'll just try to apply all of Omori's debuffs. Same rule kind of applies from when we did this in the original boss rush, is try not to kill them all at once, just in case you're low enough on heart that their triple like dying move would get you. We will have a chance to show off the release energy. Which I love the animation for it. Just BFFs, best friends forever. So you get the red hands, you get the vines. Big damage, it's a full party heal, and then it buffs everybody as well. Like, very, very, very good. Yeah, between our debuffs and the buffs we just give ourselves, they can't even touch us. Probably still gonna try to become angry at some point, just to get another leg up on these guys. Although we might not even need it, because that's gonna be one of them out this turn. We'll see how dangerous his ultimate attack is with all of our debuffs. Still pretty good. 100 damage is nothing to sneeze at. Why did I comfort? I mean, it gives us the heal, but it makes us happy, they have advantage over us. I don't know why I did that. I mean, they're still gonna have trouble damaging us just because of all the goofiness from the release energy. You'll also notice that we get heart and juice regeneration from our follow-up. So, and I believe that's permanent. And in Basil's case, I think it goes away if he is toast. It goes away, but for the rest of the fight, we just get back juice and heart every turn. Okay, well, he's happy, so that's a push. Okay, now they're both sad. We'll let them become angry again. Ooh, yeah, they got the advantage. That spins quickly is very dangerous still, especially now that they have advantage. We'll heal up. Rose, still really good. Is that enough for the kill? It is. Yeah, still dangerous because we just had to be happy this fight. This is also showcasing just how busted the release energy for these two is. That they literally have emotional advantage over us and we're still winning. I don't think we need to become angry. Just stay happy. What will Omori and Basil? I can't talk. What will Omori and Basil do? I think we just win. I think we'll just win. And we do still get the breather fight coming up, which is with Life Jam guy, so we can get ourselves put back together. Whoa, you guys did awesome. Move over, Kel, you're hogging the whole screen. You two are doing amazing, keep going. But I just said the same thing. I mean, yeah, like I said, it's just Life Jam guy again. We can use our items and stuff to top ourselves off, pick up the Life Jam if we really want it, or just run away. I think once we top off Omori's juice, we can, like I said, we can sit here and get the Life Jam from him, or we can just leave. Use Life Jam, it really works. I'm all too well aware of how good Life Jam is, my guy. Have you seen how long this Let's Play has been? I've used my fair share of Life Jam in my day, I'll just tell you that much. Just go ahead and get this last Life Jam. Thanks, buddy. You might have one more for us. Yeah, okay, he does. Use Life Jam, it really works. Enjoy your free samples. I will, buddy, thank you. That's if I were to do the tier list of Omori characters. Life Jam guy is like double S platinum, triple ballin tier. Just solos everything else in the game. Sweetheart, also not much of a problem. We'll debuff her, eventually get our emotional advantage, and really not worry too much about anything she can do. Just go ahead and mull. So mull recovers juice and of course makes both of us sad. You get 3 guesses as to what Dent does, and the first 2 guesses don't count. Yeah, just already not taking any damage from her between debuffs and the emotional advantage that we're about to get. Which is crazy when you think about it, because these bosses are not the versions we fought in the main game. They are souped up to some degree, but we're also level 50. Basil is really OP. Which I do like that as a concept, that this is our headspace mental construct version of Basil. So Omori has decided that this version of Basil, since he wants to go fighting so bad, this version of Basil is just going to be a complete and total OP badass. He's going to have all the moves and be super hard to kill. You know, just kind of one, because we know that, you know, even through all the trauma and guilt and secrets, you know, Sonny misses and loves his friends, obviously. And 2, he doesn't want anything to happen to Basil, so he's decided this version of Basil is going to be extremely powerful. He wanted to keep him confined to the picnic blanket, but, you know, since this is quote-unquote like a safe area for Basil to practice fighting, just to make doubly sure he doesn't get hurt, we're going to go ahead and make sure that, you know, the imaginary version of our friend is just nigh impossible to kill. Which is what, it's an example of something I love, which is the storytelling through gameplay or like UI mechanics or whatever. I don't have shots of it, but I'm also going to talk about it. You can see Basil there in the border art. I believe during the main game that the Basil portion of it slowly like changes or fades away as you progress through the main story, as the party begins to forget who Basil is. Mr. Jossum, same thing. We're gonna do big group attacks on them, lower their stats. Then we'll start targeting Jossum, which will transfer the damage to the Gator guys and get them out of the way. Should not be a problem other than just having to chew through all the Gator guys. Not a fight that I'm particularly worried about. So a fun bit of trivia about Mr. Jossum, I don't know if I talked about it either the other 2 times that we fought him, that apparently, even though all he does is like make the party angry and call more Gator guys, that's his only 2 moves, he has like the highest attack stat out of, I think, nearly anything else in the game. So if he were to start swinging, like, he would just murder the party, but he just hides behind his goons. So purely on paper, from a stat-based perspective, Jossum is very dangerous, but he doesn't want to dirty his hands, so works out for us, I guess. Ooh, big hit. Gets rid of the Gator guys. He's gonna call more though. Yep. Go ahead and restore some juice. Grape soda. He's gonna call him the gator guy. Got my timings all wonky. That was a bad turn to get rid of the gator guy if I wasn't going to also attack with Basil, because he just calls another gator guy. Same thing. Well, let's do it normal. You also notice the last bit of red hands did do damage to Jossum. I don't know if I made that clear, but like if the attack you're doing on Jossum is enough to kill the gator guy, the overflow damage will still go to Jossum. Same. I was also going to show this as well, that Basil is another character who can experience Tier 3 emotions. His portrait is not nearly as deranged as Omori's gets from being manic, but I was like that touch too. Just he's gonna even extend that little bit of his own overpoweredness in his fantasy land, that his best friend also gets to experience the Tier 3 emotions. We should just have this fight in the bag. Should be about done here. I do want to get our juice in order for the next couple of fights, although the next fight is Pluto, which is, again, nothing to really worry about. The only fight before the bonus console stuff at the end of Boss Rush that I'm really worried about are, it's like maybe the sisters, just because their little wombo combo at the end where they throw everything at you is kind of dangerous, but even then I'm not that worried about it. We're taking on a little damage here, a little more than I would like. Might be working our way towards a release energy if we don't end the fight soon. Also, as it pointed out, because we're constantly cycling through the gator guys, if you're not killing them quickly enough, like reapplying your debuffs is important. So he doesn't summon 2 new guys and they suddenly just beat you to death because they don't have the debuffs that the old ones did. Yeah, we'll go ahead and release energy, so we'll be topped off. And hopefully it also ends the fight. Nah, it won't end the fight, he has too much hit points. Too much heart. But it gets out of a jam. Yep. That should get rid of both of them. Get a little bit of damage on Jossum from the shears. Also, you're seeing how much damage we do with just Basil's normal is also why I suggest bringing Rose, because Basil's normal, like once you have all the debuffs and emotional advantage and stuff going, you usually have enough damage on normals just to close things out. Having the big group heal, I think, is way more important than just having another screen nuke, since Omori has 3 of them. Out of all the Headspace bosses, this might be my favorite. Just because he does the whole JoJo Dragon Ball Z shonen villain thing. Same thing, we're just gonna apply all of our debuffs and start stacking damage, but because it's Pluto, we can't really get emotional advantage over him unless we want to use either bring a move or items to like give him an emotion and then get the advantage over him, since he just stays neutral for the entire fight. Like, I'll make us happy just so we can get more crits maybe, but that's a choice I'm making. It is not the right, or there's like not a right or wrong way to approach this fight, emotionally speaking. Let's go ahead and become ecstatic. Also, I don't know why, but anytime Pluto does his big, you know, I'm not done yet, I'm gonna get stronger routine, it always, like, either zooms into an arm or his chest or his face. Like, I don't know what decides, like, what part of his body it's gonna zoom in on, but it's interesting that it's, like, not always the same. I think for the main playthrough, we got the pectoral zoom in. They got a big glimpse of his man cleavage. Just throw the moon at me, it's not nice. But yeah, I think there's really nothing to Pluto expanded. This is also maybe a good time if you're, for whatever reason, like limping in this fight after Jossum. I don't know why you would be, but maybe you are. This is also a pretty easy fight to like go ahead and just get yourself put back together. Since Pluto doesn't, he just punches kind of hard, and that's about it. He doesn't do anything too goofy. Yeah, the face zoom in. That's a serious face. Can't get any faster. Speed's maxed out. Picked up the earth and slams it into everybody. Which I had thought he could only do that move in the fight where he has earth as a backup, but I guess I was wrong about that. That is some misinformation that I put out there, and I apologize. Should be coming up. Ooh, well, not if I miss. I was gonna say, oh, he does it again? Rough. That's rough. That's not 50 damage, that's fine. Okay, as long as we don't double miss here, we should get him. Okay, cool. Well, I got 2 fights left for the bonus stuff. Awesome job, guys. Keep it up. I know you can't hear us, but we're cheering as loud as we can. We've got the sisters and then Humphrey left. And again, this is the one fight that's like kind of scary just because they have the one move towards the end of the fight where they throw everything at you, and if you're just in a bad spot, got some unlucky turns, like it can end your run, and it's really annoying. That being said, I'm not that worried about it. I'm gonna go ahead and top us off with Rose, just to get them all the way up. And lower their attack, more importantly. Yeah, that chainsaw still does a ton of damage, so like, if you get an unlucky turn where it's like they use chainsaw and then you damage them quickly enough to get them to do the throw everything, like it can just like kill Basil or both of you if you've chewed through your plot armor already. The wombo combo meal, let's go. Man, see how much this does so much damage. Rose again. And then next turn, as long as they do a damaging attack, we'll go ahead and release energy to get our big... what essentially feels like cheating every time I use it. But I'm not gonna not use it. Okay, cool, we got that. And we didn't get chainsawed again. Lucky us. I always have to remember on the turn that I'm going to use that release energy to not also heal with Basil, since that's what I do with him half the time. Because we're going to be topped off and doing the regen thing, so we don't need to heal on top of it. Okay, so we're going to do the, I believe this is the Juice Heart swap. No, just Angry Chainsaw. There's your band name for the day, the Angry Chainsaw. Will become happy to get emotional advantage and recovers heart. Red hands and double remedy because Basil doesn't need to be healed. Ooh, big damage. There's a lot of damage. Ooh. Yeah, Hardened Juice. Okay, there it is. Didn't really affect Basil too much since he was maxed out. Okay. Okay, they throw everything they had. It loses juice. Lowers everyone's stats. And then some dynamite just to top it all off. So I'm talking about if you just have things timed poorly like that, can just end your run just like that because they do so much stuff back to back. Gotta get our juice back up. No dino smoothies, which is a little rough. I think I had like 2 and I used them for like either the other boss rush fight or possibly against Perfect Heart, I don't remember. But we had them and don't have them anymore, which is the point. That's right, no juice, just talked about it, I don't know why I checked. We do have Dino Soda, so... Is that enough? That's enough. And then we have Humphrey, which we already know Humphrey isn't really dangerous, it's just a slog, since he has approximately a gorillion hit points. Gotta get topped off again. That losing all our juice at the end of the last part of this is not my favorite. Use a snow cone, why not? We have 4 of them. Go ahead and make ourselves happy. Because this is another fight where there's no real like emotional advantage to be had because Humphrey doesn't do anything emotive-wise, but getting the extra crits is not a terrible idea. And also another fight where we're going to have to be very on top of reapplying our debuffs since this is a multi-stage boss fight. The move where he pops up multiple times can be a little more dangerous because he only has 2 targets. Go ahead and use that rose. It's real good. I'd also recommend just maybe not using release energy until he changes phases so you don't like waste the damage. But if you're dying, go ahead and use it because of the healing, obviously. But I would like to save it until he is at least in the next phase. Oh, maybe I use it now though. He did. Oh, okay, good. He's gonna switch. Okay, good. Best of both worlds. So that is absolutely what we're gonna do now that he has moved on. Is release energy. Alright, that'll keep us going for a while. Big rubber band, why not? Lowers defense. I just needed something to do with Basil's turn that wasn't just attacking normally. Why not use a big rubber band? Which apparently big rubber bands are like very important to speedrunning this game, which I always respect the people who dig into games, like especially RPGs, enough to like learn how to speedrun them. But the Omori speedrun, if you're using all like the wrong warps and glitches, is just, it has like two phases for me, which is like, neat. Okay, I'm bored. Just because like this game is so it's so story rich. Like it's definitely leans way more on like the story and the feels versus mechanically. Because while the game is not like simple by any means, it is also not like mechanically like the deepest game I've ever played. It has a rock paper scissors emotion system and a little bit of strategizing on like how to use your moves. That's really about it. So seeing someone speedrun the game is like, yeah, there's like cool, neat that you figured that out. Glad that you have a hobby. Not gonna yuck your yum, but I do feel like you're missing the point. Especially because the like, you know, glitches and wrong warps version of the speedrun involves like down patching the game, which is always just like, it's a big I guess moment from me. You can tell there's not a lot going on in this fight because I'm talking about something completely irrelevant. But yeah, same thing we've been doing. Just keep reapplying your debuffs, keep hitting him, keep yourself healed. Shouldn't be an issue. We've already gone over it. The Humphrey fight is always just, can you do enough damage and have enough healing to not die? Can you chew through Humphrey's mountain of hit points? And the answer is yes, we can. I do think it would be funny if they made you fight the Humphrey's uvula at the end, the one-hit wonder. Just a final fuck you from the boss rush. I know why they don't. I feel like that would be like another chance to like, I guess that would only apply to the Basil rush because this is the last fight for the normal boss rush, but for Basil rush it would be another chance to like heal up all the way before the bonus stuff at the end that we're gonna do. Which I'm very excited to show you guys. But yeah, there's anyone watching this expecting like the next part of the project to be like, nah, here's my Omori speedrun. It's not gonna happen. Speedrunning a platformer or a survival horror game is way more likely to come from me than speedrunning an RPG. Because speedrunning RPGs is just all about RNG manipulation, step counting, and wrong warping and stuff like that. This is not my cup of tea. I guess we're just gonna hit him with release energy again. It'll top us off and probably end the fight, which is very handy. So that means we go into the bonus fight completely full. Is it? It is. That is perfect. Could not have edited that any more perfectly. Heck yeah, show Humphrey who's boss. Huh? Isn't this the end of the challenge? What did you and Mari do anyway? I didn't see anything strange. Oh, you'll see soon enough. I know those guys. Wait, is that me? Hey, that's not us. We're us. Bet you didn't expect that. Don't worry, guys. They're not as strong as we are, so give it your all. Good luck, you two. I know you can do it. They are, in fact, very strong and have a gorillion hit points. And it is one of the few fights where there are 3 foes. They are not a group, it is 3 separate enemies. I recommend start stacking your debuffs. Especially speed. We want to lower their speed as quickly as possible. And I also recommend taking out Kel first. So as stated, these are holograms, constructs, programmed into the boss rush. Kel thought it would be a neat idea to make us fight clones of the party. I'm also not a theme of this boss music. It's one of the, again, this is console exclusive, like last minute addition, whatever you want to call it. I'm not a huge fan of this party sounding boss theme. It's like one of the few tracks in the game that I'm not a fan of. But, you can already see they can give themselves different emotional advantages. Hero will do some healing at some point. Aubrey does like really strong like single target attacks, and Kel has moves that will target the party. He'll do like his rebound and stuff like that. There's a lot of like copying stuff that we've been doing throughout the playthrough. My best piece of advice is just keep lowering their stats and stay on top of your healing. Also, after like the second turn, you want to go ahead and make yourself sad. You're probably about to see why as soon as they get their next turn off. We'll go ahead and hit Kel. And Rose. Rose is so good. If it wasn't for this bonus fight, I would say it doesn't matter what equipment you give Basil, like what move to bring in, because this fight is so brutal. Rose is invaluable. Kel flexes and feels his best. Aubrey cheers on Kel. Kel feels happy. Hero uses coffee. Kel speed rose. That's right. The console exclusive fight. They do the Kel nuke against you. Very big, this ain't so fun when the rabbit has the gun, huh? Yeah, lowering their speed and becoming sad and all that is why, that's why we did that, because otherwise, he will sock somebody for like thousands of damage and just put you on the back foot for the rest of the fight. Go ahead and release energy. Get our big buff. You can see we're barely chipping away though. Yeah, that's fine. Put some damage on everyone else too. And while this is just like neat bonus console exclusive content, in terms of like story interpretation, which is, you know, a fan favorite thing to do with this game, I feel like this also might be like an internalized fear of Omori's, that he feels like if the truth were to come out, it would definitely be everyone else against him and Basil. Not really much else like to dig in there, but just like a thought that I had. Like, why else would he imagine fighting his friends? Simulated or not, like, why would he imagine it? And I thought about it, and I was like, that might be why. Secretly fears that if he were just like to lean on Basil and let the truth come out, that it would just be them two against the world. Okay, well, we have enough debuffs and advantages that we're not taking damage at this point, but this is like the third or fourth time I've done this for prepping and recording and research, and I can tell you, like, you can think like, oh, we got this in the bag and like eliminate one of them and still lose. Just out of nowhere. Very difficult fight. And I'm doing it max level. So any of you mad lads out there who do this at a not level 50, like, big respect, because I couldn't do it. That too, as soon as you get close to killing one of them, Hero will just start doling out cookies and undoing a bunch of your work. Which makes you think maybe take out Hero first, but I still recommend getting rid of Kel, just because he hits the entire party. Big damage on Kel. It becomes sadder, actually. Look at that. Become depressed. The neat thing is, because of all of the debuffs and the emotional advantage we have, we're not even losing juice from being sad. If I lose some here. Yeah, one. Is that kill gone? Yes! Again though, I've gotten to this point before and still lost. I also love Aubrey's battle sprite here, just starry-eyed with a mailbox. It's so good. Once Kel's gone, you definitely have a much better chance of finishing the fight just because there are no more group attacks to worry about, but again... Oh, there's Basil miserable, by the way. Feel bad doing it, but I want all the advantages I can have. That gives Hero the advantage, but Hero doesn't do a whole lot of attacking us, honestly, so we'll just push against Aubrey. Happy versus happy. I'm also to get the heal off. I have items if I need to reapply another emotional advantage. Also gets our speed up because of that. Oh, he's got the spicy food, makes us angry, which gives us advantage over Aubrey. So why not? One of the few damaging attacks that Hero has, the spicy food. Make Hero happy. Also, let's see what his battle thing looks like when he's happy, which I think is cool. Sad Hero is just so sad to look at. Which tracks, you know, the sad thing is sad. But... oh, that's gonna make us angry. Which is bad because now they have the advantage. We need to fix that before we start. This is what I'm talking about. You can just lose out of nowhere because now they have the advantage. So we'll make ourselves sad again. Top ourselves off with Rose, lower that attack. My attack can't go any lower. Stop it. Still pretty good damage for our attack being as low as it can go in terms of debuffs. Yeah, no damage. Get out of here. Okay, at this point, I feel pretty confident that we have this. But I am man enough to admit that my first attempt at this, like recording with commentary and like, yeah, this will be the one I post, I got to this point and lost. Got killed out of the fight and still lost. It's not over till the fat lady sings. We don't have the energy for a mole, so we will just use our rain cloud. No, so as we get closer to getting rid of Omori, Hero will start tossing cookies at her if we can't get her off the field fast enough. Undo a bunch of our work. That might be enough. The only thing I do like about this song is being able to pick out the different songs that yeah, there's the cookie, that make up the song. Like, you can clearly hear a little bit of My Time in there. But yeah, it's one of the few boss fight themes that I'm just kind of meh, not my favorite. Let's make ourselves sad again. Just mull over our sad thoughts. Hero, stop. Don't you know too many cookies is a bad thing? Says the fat man. Some OJ. We have to hope Hero does something other than heal this turn. God bless. I need you to stop. Every boss I went against that Hero was like fast fooding against. Just like, nah, please, stop it. Why you do this? Alright, Omori gone. And now it's just a matter of chewing through Hero's hit points. Just make Hero angry. Not actually a good move, but I just wanted to show off like what angry Hero looked like. We had the chance. Fierce and ready for battle. I like that his sparkles also get the emotional aura. He has like little red angry sparkles around his head. Kel is probably my favorite character, but I also really like Hero. Just the golden lad, the Chad of the group. Just with his like anime sparkles and stuff, it's very funny. Or like when he does like the faces he makes like when you're doing the spiders in their room in Faraway Town. Or the running gag where he's like always physically unable to keep up with everybody, like he gets tired doing the treadmills in Sproutwell Village or climbing the ladder to the other world. Yeah, at this point it's just a matter of patience. We've got the advantage. And the most he can do, I guess, is make us angry, and then angry versus angry is a push. So... right in the heart. Big damage. We should have this though. It's that's it. That's how you beat up your friends. It definitely didn't take me like 3 tries or anything. After you beat up your friends, you have this. Huh? What's Mari doing down there? Stay right there, okay? I'm coming for you. Oh, wait. You're right here. Oh, hero, you're so silly. I know I'm not suited for battle, but I just had to see what it would look like. I want to see Mari battle too. I'm so excited. Don't worry, Omori and Basil. It's not really me. I'll be right here. Bye now. We'll see you soon. A last fight in the Basil Rush is against Mari. This theme is just like a remix of Mari's normal theme. I don't want to fight our sister, knowing what we know, but you kind of have to. She'll smile at you. She will give you fresh fruit. And heal you. Thanks, sis. I got stuff for you. Here's a sparkler. Make you happy. Take a picture of Mari. I do like Mari's happy sprite. It's very cute. That's pretty much her entire moveset, is just to smile and give you snacks. There's Mari's sad sprite. And if we have time, we'll do the angry one. If we have a present left. We do. We have a lot of presents. Yeah, I bought a bunch of those just in case. I got you a present, sis. Her angry sprite's also kind of adorable in just like a kind of way. Not really suited for battle at all, since you don't seem to want to attack us. Which I guess I appreciate that. I also, as much as I don't like the farty battle theme from the last part, I do like this remix of Mari's theme. Oh. Might have forgot what game we were playing. We have Sunny's faraway skills. Try to calm down. But we don't have any practice doing that. Basil's too afraid to move. Maybe if we focus on the problem. Yeah, I can't focus when you push things down like that. Maybe we can persist. The only thing we've persisted in doing is lying to everybody. Can't do anything about it. Hi, Omori. Watching you guys battle foes on the monitor makes me wish I could join you one day. Just maybe not anytime soon. It's strange though. I sort of feel like I've already... Huh? What's this? This isn't mine. Actually, I'm pretty sure this is yours. Here, you can have it back. You only get this dialogue if you give Basil a charm. If you don't, then this dialogue does not play out. So yeah, we are so practiced at repressing things, but remember, we've already seen evidence of those memories bubbling up and black space leaking out, that even here in the boss rush with simulations, just the mere thought of bringing violence against our sister makes us think about the truth. And Omari's already kind of gone through this entire journey to reset headspace, so he literally just turns back the clock and is like, nah, we're not doing that with Basil. We're gonna pretend that didn't happen. Just completely delete that from everyone's memory and act like it isn't a thing, because we're not gonna face the truth. That's why we have our make-believe fantasy land. That is gonna do it for this video. I know it's been a long one. If you've made it all the way through, I really appreciate it. Hope you've enjoyed me looking at this game. I have a few more things I want to post about it, but we're basically at the end, showing off almost everything I can think of to show off. Got an idea for one more video to show you guys some stuff. But until then, everybody stay safe.